Hey everybody, Captain B-Nard back here with another Wi-Fi battle. Pretty exciting day today because for the first time ever I have a team built around a single Pokemon, and as you can see that is going to be Cleaver because of the special shiny Scyther that I got in the last video. So I'm going to have a limited number of battles with this team as it is kind of a remix, and we're going to go ahead and get into the first one here today, which is going to be against Nemis, a random person offline. And so, yeah, there is my team on the left-hand side there. It is made up of mostly Pokemon I've used before here on Scarlet and Violet, a little bit of a mid to lower tier squad. And, of course, the one Pokemon on here that I haven't used before is going to be that Cleaver. And looking at the opponent's team, it looks to be a pretty strong, pretty interesting looking team. Looks to be a mono water team, actually, which is kind of interesting. So, what do I want to lead with in this one? I think we're actually just going to go for the Hisuian Electrode. I think that makes the most sense here. And yeah, we'll see how that works out. We'll see if we can get Cleaver to do something here in these games. That would be nice. Alright, so looks like he is going to go ahead and lead with the Araquanid as we led with the Hisuian Electrode. So, right out of the gate here, I feel like the best thing we can do is probably just go for that Choice Specs Volt Switch. He could switch, but I kind of don't think he will. Kind of think he wants to just get that entry hazard up on us, so we are going to just go straight for the Volt Switch here as we do get it off. And it is going to do over half to the Araquanid since we are max special attack choice specs, despite that thing's pretty massive special bulk. And we do get the pivot, of course, so I think what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and come in with the Cleaver. That is going to be the play here, so there it is. And he is going to go for a Sticky Web as anticipated, so going to get that entry hazard up on us, which does suck a little bit since we don't really have a way to remove it. But this turn, I think we can pretty much just go straight for the Stone Axe. That's what I want to do, so that's what we're going to do. He does stay in. We go Stone Axe. We don't miss, which is great. And it is going to go ahead and finish that Araquanid off, which is amazing, knocking him down to 5 Pokemon. It is also going to set the Stealth Rock on his side of the field, of course, because that's what Stone Axe does. So that is pretty great, as now he is going to go ahead and come in with the Tentacruel. So he is going to take some Stealth Rock damage, which is nice. Now, the only problem about this situation is that, unfortunately, Cleaver is weak to water, and basically every Pokemon on his team, well, every Pokemon on his team is a water type. And so a couple of them actually do resist rock. And so, yeah, unfortunately, I feel like our best use of Cleaver here is actually just going to be to stay in and try to hit this Tentacruel hard with a Stone Axe. So we're just going to go ahead and do that as we go for the next Stone Axe. We do connect with it, and it's not quite enough to take the Tentacruel out, although it does do massive damage, knocking into the red. He does go for the Rapid Spin in return, which is unfortunate because it is going to increase his speed and get rid of the Stealth Rocks, and he is also going to get some HP back with the Black Sludge. So the question is now, does this thing at +1 outspeed us? And I feel like it actually might, because if it has speed investment, it definitely will, I think. So that's obviously not good. I don't want to lose Cleaver here, so I feel like the best course of action is going to be to switch here, and I feel like our best switch might be the Quagsire. So we're going to go ahead and switch out to Quagsire here, predicting the water move because I don't want to lose Cleaver right away. So we're going to go ahead and come in with the Quagsire. We are going to take the speed reduction off the Sticky Web here, which isn't great. As the Tentacruel is going to go for a knockoff. Not going to do much damage, but it is going to actually get hurt by our Rocky Helmet, which actually does go ahead and take that thing out, which is pretty amazing. Now, I don't know, I didn't see, I'm going to have to look, but I don't know if the Rocky Helmet actually got removed because that thing got taken out. by the Rocky Helmet damage. So we're going to have to check that as he goes ahead and comes in with the Milotic. So do we still... Yeah, we do still have the Rocky Helmet, actually. So that's not something that I was aware of. I wasn't aware that it worked like that, but apparently it does, which is pretty nice for us. So unfortunately, I don't think there's a ton we can do to this Milotic. So I feel like we are going to switch out against this thing, and I think our best switch to this thing is... what's it gonna be? Probably... we'll go for the Muck. I think that might be our best bet to try and counteract this thing. So we'll switch into the Muck, see where that gets us, as there it is. And he is going to go ahead, as we do take the speed reduction off the sticky web here, he is going to go ahead and go for the Ice Beam. So that is not going to do too much of any damage to us, fortunately. And then we are going to regain some HP with the leftovers. So that thing is also going to get burned with the Flame Orb, which is not good. That means it's going to activate its Marvel Scale, which is in fact going to increase its defense massively, which is a problem. I feel like our best bet in this situation is just to knock off for maximum damage, so that's what we're going to do. This thing does go for a Scald, doesn't do too much damage, but unfortunately it does burn on the first one, which really sucks. So we are going to go knock off. It's going to do basically nothing to this thing. It does knock off the Flame Orb, which doesn't really matter. And yeah, now we're kind of screwed because this Muck being burned is a real problem, as the Milotic is going to take some burn damage, and we are also going to take some burn damage. So the Muck is very crippled at this point, which kind of sucks. Honestly, there's not much we can do. We can try to chip this thing down, but it's going to recover for sure. We'll go for a Drain Punch just to try to scout and see what this thing does. It goes for another Scald, which is going to drop us down to about half. We go for a Drain Punch, which does basically no damage to this thing. And then we do get a little bit of HP back off of that, but this is definitely a war of attrition that we're not going to win. I was really hoping we wouldn't get burned on the first Scald from this thing, but unfortunately we did, which really set us back. So the Milotic is going to take some burn damage, we're going to take some burn damage, and leftovers recovery, and so forth. So I'm kind of not sure what to do at this point, because Muck is essentially useless being burned. This thing could recover the damage that we do to it. What I think I might want to do is just chip it enough that it goes for the recovery move. So we're going to Poison Jab this turn to see what he wants to do, as he does just go for another Scald. We do survive with about a third of our HP. We go for a Poison Jab, which does virtually nothing, but we are starting to chip the Milotic down a little bit toward half, which is something. And then we do get some leftovers recovery. This thing is going to take more burn damage, which leaves it a little above half, and then we are going to lose our HP we recovered right back to the burn. So this thing may be low enough now that he wants to recover. So what I want to try to do here is I want to try to time it so that we can get something in for free on the turn this thing recovers. And essentially the Electrode would be best case scenario. So we're going to go ahead and try it this turn. We're going to try to switch to the Electrode, because this turn he probably either Scalds or recovers, if I had to guess. I'm hoping he goes for the recover, although it doesn't really matter. We come in with the Electrode. We are going to take some speed reduction on the Sticky Web, although we think we should still outspeed this thing. It does go for a Scald on us, which isn't going to do a whole lot of damage. And then that thing is going to take some burn damage, which is nice. So I think what we should do in this situation is I think we definitely go for the Energy Ball here. I think that's our best play, just due to the fact that the ground type could be coming in to block the electric move. So we're going to go Energy Ball here, as he does actually stay in. We go for the Energy Ball, and thanks to the Choice Specs max special attack, it is enough to go ahead and get rid of that Milotic finally, which is incredible. That is going to go ahead and knock him down to, I believe, 4 Pokemon. So that is something for us, as now going to go ahead and come in with the Swampert, interestingly enough. So I feel like there's only, 3 Pokemon. Yeah, in with 3 Pokemon. And we still have all 6 of ours, which is good. But the Swampert is in, and I feel like the only way that they would have brought the Swampert in here is if they're going to Terra. Therefore, I am not going to stay in with the Electrode. We are going to go ahead and switch into the Muck at this point, basically as fodder. because I feel like the Terra is coming for sure here. So we're going to switch Muck in as we do get the speed reduction on the Sticky Web. And this thing goes for a Yawn, actually, so that's really interesting. No Terra, so that's quite shocking. Not sure if he thought we would have he would have outsped us, or what the situation was there. But yeah, we do get the free switch in with Muck, which is something, and the Yawn not going to affect us because we're burned. So I think we just go knockoff here. I think that's our best play, so that's what we're going to do. This thing just goes for an Earthquake, though, unfortunately, and that will definitely finish us off from that range. So the Muck goes down, and we go down to 5. But that's kind of okay, honestly, as Muck kind of did what it needed to do. So maybe he doesn't have a Terra. I don't know. This is an interesting situation here. I kind of want to come in with the Electrode and try the Energy Ball, but I feel like that's too obvious. But you know what? Maybe he truly was just bluffing us the whole time. I don't know, but we're going to find out. So we're going to go ahead and come in with the Electrode. We're going to get the speed reduction on the Sticky Web, and we're just going to try it here. We're going to try to take this thing out with an Energy Ball and see what happens here. As we do outspeed still off the Sticky Web, go for the Energy Ball, and we just one-shot the Swampert and knock him down to 2 Pokemon. So that's pretty amazing for us. So I'm not sure what the idea was on their side there. Maybe they thought that they would outspeed the Electrode after the Sticky Web, but no, Electrode's too fast for that. As now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Blastoise. And so I think there's no reason for us not to just keep clicking Energy Ball here, so that's what we're going to do, as we do still outspeed the Blastoise despite the Sticky Web. Go for the Energy Ball, and it is actually enough to go ahead and one-shot the Blastoise as well, knocking him down to just 1 Pokemon. So Electrode absolutely on a tear here despite the Sticky Web. Still putting in the work, as now he's going to go ahead and come in with the Urshifu Rapid Strike. So this thing might actually outspeed us thanks to the Sticky Web, although I don't really see a reason for us to change course here. We're just going to click Energy Ball, as this thing is going to go ahead and bust out a Terra. So what is it going to Terra into is the question. It is going to be a pure fighting type, so it is going to lose the weakness to Grass there. We'll see who outspeeds who here. This thing does outspeed us thanks to the Sticky Web. Does go for a Drain Punch here, and it does take us out. So that's okay, though. Electrode definitely did its job in this one, definitely put in the work, and but it does go down there to the Drain Punch, and we go down to 4 Pokemon. But that's okay, because we do have answers to this situation, and I feel like our best answer to this situation is probably going to be the Mesprit. So we're going to go ahead and come in with that. No Speed Web, no Speed Reduction on the Sticky Web, thanks to the Levitate. And I feel like we can just go straight for a Psychic here. There's no reason not to, so that's what we're going to do. This thing does outspeed us, goes for the Surging Strike. It is going to hit us 3 times with 3 critical hits, because that's what the move does. And that is going to knock us down to about a 3rd HP there, which is quite a lot of damage, but we do survive. We go for the Psychic in return, which is going to be enough, actually, to go ahead and one-shot that Urshifu outright. And that is game. So we are going to win that one 4-0 against Nemis, but that was a pretty fun match, actually, I thought. Kind of an interesting one. It usually is when it's a mono team. Yeah, all-around good one, I think. So that's it. Thanks for watching again, everybody. Hope you all enjoyed. Please hit that like button, leave a comment, and or subscribe if you did enjoy, and stay tuned for more new battles in the future. So that's it, and we'll see you next time.